Yo guys, it's time for another beast mode episode. Time for shoulders again. 4 monster exercises, but in a superset. So really 8 exercises to murder your shoulders. We're hitting delts, rear delts, traps, and every single weakness you can possibly have around your shoulders. So watch the whole episode. This is exercises you've never seen, and I guarantee you've never seen anybody doing them. If you try them, you will feel muscles in your shoulders that you didn't even know exist. Time to build some real men. Guys, few muscle groups are so fun to train, but so hard to train like shoulders. Why? First of all, why are they fun to train? Can train almost every exercise in front of a mirror, so you can see exactly both how you're looking and if you're actually doing it right. And having wide shoulders, nothing makes you look manly as when your shoulders are wide, when your neck is thick, when your traps are pumped. That's a testo boosting feeling to the max. But the problem with training shoulders is that it's such a movable joint. It can move in so many different directions that you have to be hitting it from all of kind of angles that exist. And most guys do standard fronts, sides, press, shrug, and that's it. Sorry guys, but that's just not enough. That will build something, but it will never build a shield like this. But today I'm going to teach you exactly the exercises I do to burn out my shoulders. So if I do compounds, that's another story. There is plenty of videos on that. But this is isolation. Isolation, time under tension, burnout, and hitting every single angle that exists for your shoulders. So exercise number 1, what you will need? Dumbbells. Easy dumbbells, light dumbbells. Trust me, this one is a painful. When I do front raises normally, I use between 25 to 30 kgs. On this one, I'm using 10 kgs and it's heavy. So trust me, go very low down from what you normally do a front raise. Because what we will be doing is a front raise, but with a twist. So you're going to start from the sides. Why? Because then you're just doing a bigger range of motion. If you're starting here, first of all, your shoulders are rounded. Second of all, it's a smaller range of motion. So chest out, power position, dumbbell starting on the side. Start with a front raise, coming up, making a clear stop exactly when your hand is straight out from your shoulders. And then you're continuing all the way up. And then you're coming down, finishing in starting position next to your thighs. Guys, I guarantee you this, if you really try to make a stop, and this is the key to this exercise, if you just push it through, then it's totally useless, don't even try it. But if you make a stop and you have to restart from here and take it up, your delts will be on fire totally. They are already in maximum tension here, and now they have to put new power, new tension, and continue to maximal contraction. Total beast mode of an exercise, guys. This is terrible, but it will build a amazing delt. So try this one out. This is how it looks in action. All right, guys, but first, the underdog mentality chalk. This shit, guys, I guarantee you, it will blow your training to new heights. Why? Because it will put a grip on your hands like you've never felt before. So if you don't use chalk, go in and order one directly. The link is in my bio. And if you use chalk, go in and order 2 directly, because this one is the underdog mentality chalk. It's the war grip chalk. It's not some piece of shit Chinese stuff. This is American made stuff. Let's roll, guys. Power position, tension, and maintain the power position. This is key. Tense your core, tense everything, tense your biceps, tense your jaws. And up, make a stop, and continue all the way up. Now key here, guys, is that you maintain power position. First of all, it will let you go all the way up. Second of all, it will protect your shoulders. Never do a front raise like this. If you do that, you can, I'm struggling to do a stop. And when I do it with a power position, the stop is not easy, but it's very possible. Out here, I can hardly make a stop. So power position is key. Perfect that shit, guys. Let's roll. Woo-ha. traps, delts, your jaws on fire. Everything is tensing when you're doing it like this. So make that clear. Stop, guys. This is the key to this exercise. All right, exercise number 2. But first, like, subscribe, share, and go in and order your chalk. Trust me, it will change your training forever. You won't understand how you could train without this. All right, guys, exercise number 2. It's a complicated exercise. It's a long exercise. You have to perfect it. So my suggestion to you guys is do it even without any weights. Just do like 10 reps so your mind and muscle connects already before you even start doing this. But what this one trains is every single thing that is connected to the shoulders in any way. So it starts by hitting the mid delts. Then when you are coming up, it hits the rear delts. Then when you are doing the second phase of this exercise, it hits the rotator cuff. And then on the way back, the same thing, just in eccentric. So this trains every single millimeter of your shoulders and things that aren't even shoulder muscles, but they are connected to your shoulder muscles. That means the rotator cuff. So this exercise is an exercise to bulletproof your shoulders. If you do it perfectly, if you start getting strong in this, I guarantee you, you will feel your shoulders stability and power like you've never felt before. But it's a complicated one. So what is the exercise about? So power position is step 1. You're starting from in front of your body and you're coming out like in a lateral. And now, guys, you know that we never do a lateral in front of the body, right? The lateral is going behind the body. Why? Because then you are engaging the rear delt. So if you're going in front, rear delt is total soft. If you move the hand backwards, rear delt is totally tense. So that is where you want to be going with a lateral, towards the back side of your body. And now when you come out, straight out from the shoulders, and now when you are fully tensed here, you're bending your hands to 90 degrees. And it has to be 90 degrees. You cannot have it too much out. You cannot have it too much in. It has to be 90 degrees. And then you're focusing on maintaining the tension in the traps and in the rhombs. This has to stay tense. If you start releasing this, the whole exercise falls apart and you might injure your shoulder, and definitely you won't be building it. So focus on your traps, maximally tensed. And now when your hands are in 90 degrees, you're elevating your hands as far back as you can. And then you're coming back out to straight hands and down in the starting position of a lateral. Guys, I promise you, just do this without any weights, focus on the tension, focus on the movement, and when you understand it, your brain will go, aha, now I understand how sick this exercise is. And then you start loading it with weights. And this is not an explosive, this is not a compound, this is a total time under tension and isolating exercise. So do it light and do it until it hurts more than you can handle. So 10, 15, 20 reps, this is the rep range you want to be on this exercise. This is how it looks in action, guys. Trust me, try it out and drop a comment if you did and what you thought, because this is probably the sickest and the most engaging shoulder exercise there is. So let's go. I'm telling you guys, every single part of your shoulder is on fire. I'm on rep 4 and I'm already burning out. And now when you feel you can't do this anymore because of the control, because your traps won't be able to stay tense, then you just pump it out in normal laterals and burn that delt out. Guys, I promise you, trap building, power building, tension building in every single muscle that your shoulder has is never going to get better than this exercise. This is a shoulder burnout totally. Let's go, guys, 2 to go. So listen, shoulders is the most complicated part of your body to train because it's the most movable one. So you have to engage every single detail of every single muscle to build them fully. And that takes time. So I smash my shoulders 2, sometimes even 3 times a week with accessory lifts. So I do 1 time a week proper shoulder session, but then in other sessions I'm adding these kind of things just to train the things that doesn't really get hit in a normal shoulder compound session. So shoulder training is complicated, man. You have to put some time into it. But I mean, when you look at a guy, what do you look at? You probably don't look at his cuffs. The first thing you see is his face, and then you see the shoulders. So how your shoulders looks decides if you're looking trained, if you're looking manly or not, right? So like neck and shoulders is the first part you realize if somebody, this guy is probably training. So shoulders are dead important. And you want big shoulders? Then you have to do big trainings. All right, guys, well done. 2 down, 2 to go, halfway. But now starts the real training. That was just a warm-up. Guys, we've done fronts, we've done sides. What's the next one? Well, we have to do some presses, right? You cannot do a shoulder session without presses. And normally, what do you use? Dumbbells, you do barbells. You rarely do press in a cable. But today we're gonna change that, and why? So what is the difference if you do a normal press in a cable? Well, the muscle has to work differently because of the force that is pulling you in different angles than just if you have a dumbbell. So if you're keeping dumbbells, the only force you're fighting against is gravity. So only this part you have to struggle against, right? But now if you're in a cable, the cable wants to pull you in that way. So you also have to keep tensed. So now you're fighting against the gravity because you're pressing up and down, but you're also holding against because the cable want to pull you apart. And that means more muscle engagement, and that means more gains. So what we will be doing is normal handles. And next, you're getting down on your knees, grabbing the handles, and you are starting as low as you possibly can. And every time you're coming down. Why? Because you want to be doing as big range of motion as possible. Now in this exercise, you won't be able to go heavy. That means you have to be full range of motion maximally and time under tension. And this puts you in full range of motion. And pushing all the way up and hands meeting at the top. What does that do? If you think on a military press, it finishes here. Dumbbell press, it finishes here, right? But now you will be squeezing that front delt in towards your head. You will see, this will put your front delt under a total different burn than any other normal pressing exercises. That said, doesn't mean that you should be skipping military presses or dumbbell press. They are crazy exercises, but this is a different type of tension. This is a longer tension and it's a more burnout type of exercise. So give this one a try. Now what is important to think about? You want to be a little bit in front. That means you want the cable cross to be pulling you backwards. Why? Because when it's pulling you backwards, you have to work against that. So you're staying tense non-stop. The front delt never gets a chance to rest. Not in the bottom position, not in the starting position, and not in the top position. That means it will be under tension non-stop during this exercise. It's a mad one. This is how it looks, guys. Try it out. All right, guys, grab on to the handles. Make sure that you are in the middle of the cable cross, so you're not too much to one side. Make sure that you are in the middle. Step forward. Kneeling down and biceps curling up. And this is your starting position. And now you're pressing all the way up, touching together, coming down again. All the way up, touching, coming down again. And this you want to be doing controlled. You don't want to be exploding up. So take a weight that you can handle and control it. And guys, you know what we do in a cable cross, right? We always drop set. So at least one drop set. Trust me. Front delt on fire like few exercises. Even better than in a lateral. Try this out and drop a comment if you did and what you think. Alright guys, and the last exercise. We have hit everything. We've killed the fronts, we've killed the delts, we have trained the rears, but we haven't killed them. And this exercise is going to totally murder mid delts and everything on the top of your back. That means rear delts, romps, traps. Is going to totally murder everything on your upper back and your mid delts. And now what do you need for this exercise, guys? Is 2 cables, and let me show you how you should attach them. This will be a big difference. So the normal thing is to attach them like this, right? When in this exercise you do exactly the opposite. And that lets the cable to be exactly the same length. So put it in like this. And now take a light as weight, because this is a tension exercise. This is not a power exercise. This is a time under tension isolating exercise. Grabbing the cables like this, guys. Hold it like this and grab it actually full hand. So squeeze your hand into it. You know how important the grip is. I've been teaching you how important the grip is. And trust me, chalk is what you need. And I'm not just trying to sell you on some shit, guys. I'm actually always using chalk, but I used to have a different brand, but now I have my own. That's why I'm marketing it. I don't care if you buy mine or somebody else's, but start using chalk. It is the shit. It transforms your grip. So chalk on, grab onto the cables, and now take a step out. Feet next to each other. If you have lower back problems, you can deload this exercise by standing like this, but this is not your default stance. The default stance is in this way. And now make your body straight, stand fully straight, get your body in power position, and you want to be pulling like in a face pull. That's the first step. The second step is you're pulling apart. And the third step is you're pulling up as much as you can. And then coming back and forward again. So this is one rep, guys. And now you don't want to be separating these three. So you don't do a face pull and then pull apart and then up. But I just wanted you to understand exactly how these three steps should be done. This is how it looks in action, guys. And trust me, you're gonna feel delts, side delts and rear delts on fire like never before. This is how we're rolling. Now guys, what's dead important here is that you're focusing on getting this part as close to your face as possible. If you coming out here and pushing from here is doing absolutely nothing, is not doing what it is meant for. That means the weight is too heavy. So you have to get this part close to your face. And on the way down, maintain it close to your face. Because otherwise, you're just rounding your back and you're getting absolutely nothing done of what we are trying to target. All right, guys, well done. That's it. Subscribe, like, share, and go in and order your chalk. Trust me, it's going to revolutionize the way you're gripping the handles. That means revolutionize the way you're training. Time to build, man, guys. Ow.